Trips that's happening. We've got a special episode, Everything Matters, Mikey Doak, and in this episode I'll be just talking about coping mechanisms, so how you deal with things if you're feeling anxious or you're feeling down in general. So basically I'll just get right into it. So what I do if I feel anxious is just take time to myself, just try and block out everything, just give myself time to figure out like what the issue is, what's causing anxiety, or why am I feeling down. So I just try and tackle that first of all, and just speak about it. I think speaking about it's the most important thing. As I said, this aim of the channel is the aim of a lot of professions in mental health just now. What I do when I take that time out, basically if it's a close friend or a family member, so if you are watching this just now, troops, get yourself a sheet of paper, right, and draw a circular diagram. I don't know if you can see that. I'll try and turn this off. You'll probably not be able to see it as well on this, but I can even put it up on my Instagram page at the end of the video. But what it is basically, it's who you go to in a situation of need, basically. Like if you are feeling anxious or down about something, or just having bad thoughts in general. So what I do, it's like a circular diagram. It's like a dartboard basically. So you write your own name in the middle, and then in the first circle, like the very inside circle, you write people who are close to you and who you would open up to about everything. So, for example, I've got my mum, my dad, my mate James and his family, my cousin Ronan, my sister, my brother, my big mate Willybuck. So they'd be the main ones I'd go to, and then on the outer circle I've got like my friends and family. Like I don't want to name everyone, we'll be here all day, but for example I've got my pal Jen, I've got one of my best mates Fitzy, I've got my mum's husband, I've got my auntie, she's a psychiatric nurse, so she's very understanding in that sense. So that's what I do. Like I always see if I'm feeling that way, I always look at this diagram and think to myself, right, who can I speak to? Who'll help me? They don't have to say anything at all. All they have to do is just listen to yourself and listen to your problems. Because see, once you get them off your chest, superb, best feeling in the world, honestly. So that's basically how you try and tackle, first of all, take time to yourself and how you deal with your anxious episode or maybe a wee depressive episode. And so always remember, first thing you do, look at your support network around you. If you've not got MD, as I've said to folk watching this before, drop me a message, please. Don't hesitate any time during the night. I'll do my best to get back to you. But secondly, what I do is basically what I enjoy. Like I think about what I enjoy, what can I do to try and I'd say take my mind off things, but it's not that easy just to take your mind off things. Like, but what I do is I go to the gym. So I just try and better myself, try and make myself physically better and mentally better. It's not just going to work after a gym session. Don't get me wrong, you'll feel good, but for example, you just don't go to the gym once and then if it doesn't work, you don't just go, nah, I'm done with that. But, excuse me, sorry. Get into a routine, honestly. My mum's been great for that. My mum takes me to, sadly I don't drive now, even though I was making my theory test today and my train get cancelled down south for it, but that's another story. So what I do is my mum in the morning, she goes a walk herself. She gets up, it's mega early, she's crazy. She gets up mega early and drops me off to the gym about 7:30, and then for an hour she might go shopping or she'll just come home, have a shower, and then she'll come and get me at 8:30, or 9:15, whatever it is, and I'll come home, shower, and I'll feel good. I feel as if it's a good start to the day before I go to work, and have a good breakfast as well. That's very important. I feel having a good breakfast in the morning, like your nutrition's got to be good. I don't want to sound like BD, but it's very important, because if you just wake up say you started work at 11 o'clock, if you just woke up at 10 o'clock and straight to work, you'll feel dead and your performance might not be as good. So it's very important to try and get in a good routine. That's the main thing for number 2. And thirdly, just take time on it, honestly. Just work on it every day, try and improve yourself and just see what you can do basically. For example, what I do is, thirdly, alcohol and caffeine. They trigger anxiety attacks, so they do. I'm not saying don't drink it at all, but just limit it as you possibly can. A well balanced diet. Don't get me wrong, occasionally see a few drinks on a Saturday night with your friends, I'm good, but see if you're in that frame of mind that you're having the bad thoughts and the anxieties, just getting really bad, recommend avoid all drink, trust me. I've tried it before, try and go to my friends and just have a good drink, but it's not worth it, honestly. See 2 or 3 days after it. That's how it all started basically with myself a few months ago, when I nearly took my own life. I went out. That was the Thursday, but I went out the Saturday before it, and I just tried basically drink myself to death. I feel as if, because I didn't know how to take my own life, but it's not the answer, honestly. I'm not saying don't drink at all ever again. There will be a time where you look back on it and you'll be able to have a good drink with your pals, but you don't need alcohol to have a good time, but it's good for a social aspect, but I wouldn't recommend it when you're in that frame of mind. Sleep's a very important thing. So as basically, if you don't get enough sleep, then you're not going to function properly, especially if you're in not the best placed frame of mind. Just very important. Try and get in a good routine. So what I do, right, for example, I don't know if I should be saying this on camera, but I'll watch Love Island at 9 o'clock at the start of the night, and then River City at 10, and then at 11 o'clock I'll go to my bed, listen to a podcast. Like I usually listen to an Open Goal podcast, or Blair by Sean McDonald, and then I'll get up at 7:30 in the morning and go to the gym, get a good workout in, come home, have a good breakfast, and watch a wee episode of Friends before I go to work. That's just, see that routine. I've been doing that now for the last month and a bit, and I feel so much better for it, honestly. I feel as if I'm going to work, buzzing, talking to people and having good conversations in general. So I just feel as if that's important. And lastly, just, I don't want to keep everyone all night. This is just a brief video anyway. Just do your best, honestly. Don't see if it doesn't work the first time. Don't beat yourself up about it. Don't go like that, this isn't working, this is a lot of crap. Just do your best, that's all I can say, and work on it. It's not going to work, sadly. If it worked after the first time and for you, then that would be amazing, but it takes time. These things take time, and it's just important that you do your best and you just speak up about it if you're feeling anxious. As I said, every mind matters. You can come to me about it if you try to get into a good routine, you don't feel anything's helping at all. And the thing is as well, what I do, lastly, as well, before I finish up here, is I write down my thoughts at the end of the night. I write down how I feel. So you could do it in your notes on your phone, or you could get a bit of paper and write it down on that. I just basically write how my days went, what I've done, what can I do tomorrow to better myself, and just work on that basically each day. Look at it every night before I go to bed and go, right, what have I done today? What was good about the day? What can I work on about today? What was rubbish about the day that I can turn into a good thing tomorrow? So it's just important to do that, troops. And also, any issues at all, if you feel as if it's not working for you, or you want this plan sent to you, I'll happily send it to you. Just follow my Instagram page, and don't forget to like my previous interviews and subscribe to the channel. It'd be much appreciated. It's just important we tackle this horrible stigma that's affecting us each day. But I'll let everyone go just now, and hopefully you have a great night watching the first episode of Love Island. I know I will, and I'll see you on Sunday, troops, for the 4th episode. Take care of yourselves, and I'll see you soon.